So I wanted to share something with everybody, and I'm totally kicking it freestyle. This is completely unscripted, but this Rose of Sharon bush next to our home, my wife planted it, and I love this. And I look at it almost every day, and I look at all the flowers blooming and the ones that are about to bloom and starting to bloom. And I often reflect on a few things I'm going to try to articulate, but each flower cannot exist by its own right. Each flower is not separate from the bush, this Rose of Sharon, okay? So, hang with me, I'm going somewhere with this. So, this beautiful flower does not exist by its own right, it's part of the bush. If it could articulate and speak, it would say, I am, and then a flower on the bush. I am beautiful. I am warm. But it starts with I am, referring to the bush. And so I often think about how the burning bush, when God appeared to Moses and Moses said, "Who are you?" And God replied, "I am that I am," or simply put, I am, meaning I'm the great I am. And all of us start off with I am. I am Jim. I am Sally. I am cold. I am tired. I am happy. I'm sad. Um, so it always starts with the I am. But the bush, let's just talk about the bush for a moment. The bush is all there is. Um, so just like the mind of God is all that there is. You and I are like one of these flowers here. We don't exist by our own right. It's not correct to say, for one flower to say, I am the bush. It's not correct for any of us to say, I am God. We are not. But we're part of God, just like when we dream and we immediately have dissociative identity disorder because we actually play the characters in our dream. So if you're watching a baseball game in your dream, the baseball player hits a home run and you're surprised and you cheer, the very essence, the being of the baseball player is you. And inside that whole world where you're watching the baseball game, it's just you, it's just your mind. All this is just the mind of God. There are no dimensions. There is no X, Y, Z, and the fourth dimension time. Those things don't truly exist. It's just the mind of God. And so I think if everybody understood this, we'd respect each other and love each other and love living things and animals and plants and things like that. But this is the key to understanding. And, I often think, and I want to be careful how I articulate this, but in the Bible, I grew up in a Christian home. I am a Christian. I've also had lots of arguments with Christians because they don't like some of the things that I say. However, I will say that, and this is my point. I'm sorry, I'm starting to ramble. The Bible states in the beginning, and then it says, it's always the plural form. And I've always been wondered about that ever since I was a kid. Let us create man in our image, in our likeness. This whole plural thing. People have said ridiculous things like, well, it was meant for royalty. Oh, okay. And then just randomly the author stops using it. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes no sense. So I wonder if the we is like looking at this Rose of Sharon all together, and that's the we. And then there appears to be a separation. there appears to be a separation. This flower appears to be separate from this flower, and by one right it is. But by the absolute truth right, it's all one. Just like we're all one with God. I'm not saying that any other than Christ, I'm not saying anybody is. Christ is like, if you have a dream and you manifest all these characters, okay, but then you put yourself in the dream, okay, the true, pure love you, that's what I think of as Christ. So, anyway, it's the cool of the evening. I'll do another video where I show where all these flowers are opened up. It's really beautiful. It's beautiful now. And I'm just enjoying my evening cigar. And I thought I'd come out here. And I notice this Rose of Sharon almost every day and think about it. And this is the things that I think about every time I see this beautiful, beautiful Rose of Sharon. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with everybody. Lots of love. Have a great day. Enjoy.